Next, we'll talk about distribution zone data. This only appears when I start linking my generic rebar to a distribution object. So if I currently have a shape and I've applied distribution to it, and then I create a link between that distribution and the generic rebar I have, it starts asking me which segment among the available segments in front of me I want to apply the variation to. So I'll choose the segment in the middle. After that, we find that rebar is drawn according to the distribution shape in front of me. While maintaining the length of the hooks or the legs of the shape as they are, and only the horizontal distance is what changes. We can confirm this when we go to the BBS. We'll find that the A, or the first leg, is 1668, and the C, which is the last leg, has the same value, and the variation of the B ranges between 1190 and 3653. So we find that the variation only occurs in the segment in the middle. The important thing is, when we go to the generic rebar, we start to see that generic rebar in its properties in the rebar distribution zone data. It told me that you have linked it with one distribution object, which is the above. And it's the same thing we mentioned with the dot. I can see the link between this rebar and the distribution object that I have linked it to. So if I lose track of it in the drawing, it draws a virtual line for me, connecting the rebar and the distribution object, so that I know where the object I'm linking to is located in the drawing, because of course I might be linking to more than one object. It doesn't have to be just one. For example, if I draw one here and apply distribution to it and link it with generic rebar, we'll find that the same thing happens with the second distribution. And at that point, when I select rebar, I find that in the distribution zone data, I'm now linked to two distribution objects. And because I've created a link between the rebar and the distribution object, we'll see that it connects them. So if they get lost among everything else in the drawing, I can easily keep track of them. If I hide the link, this line disappears, but the connection remains without any working lines being drawn.